2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Geht was von Songs?
Das verstehe ich nicht.
Ach so.
Kenya is often sold to the world as a dream destination with endless beaches, luxury resorts, warm smiles, and wild safari. Every year, millions of tourists arrive chasing relaxation, adventure, and escape from ordinary life. But behind the postcards, behind the sunsets and five-star hotels, there exists a reality rarely included in travel brochures. A hidden economy that feeds on inequality, an industry driven by money, power, and desperation. This is the untold story of sex tourism in Kenya. How it began, how it operates, who benefits, who pays the price, and why it continues to survive in the modern world. This is AfriWorld. Thanks for watching. Sex tourism refers to travel where sexual activity, often paid for, is primary or secondary motive.
We go to the witch doctor to practice voodoo so that if you come on the beach, she's really crying. She was looking for you the whole day so that she wants only to stay with you so that you can with her, you can get a lot of money.
It can involve direct prostitution, transactional relationships disguised as romance, long-term arrangements where money, gifts, or visas replace affection. And it's important to be clear, sex tourism is not unique to Kenya. It exists in Thailand, Brazil, the Dominican Republic, Eastern Europe, and across Africa. Kenya, however, has become one of the most discussed cases due to its massive tourism industry, strategic coastal locations, and extreme economic inequality between visitors and locals.
When you go to the beach, you will get a European, foreigner, who will give you money, and then they just flock there.
The root of this growing type of tourism in Kenya stretched back decades. In the 1970s and 1980s, the Kenyan government heavily promoted coastal tourism. Luxury hotels rose along the shores of Mombasa, Diani, Malinda, and Watamu. But these resorts were built right beside communities struggling with poverty, unemployment, and limited access to education. As foreign visitors arrived with powerful currencies, a sharp contrast formed. Tourists spending in one night what locals earned in a month. Slowly, informal relationships began forming, not always labeled as prostitution, but driven by survival. What started as occasional exchanges evolved into an underground economy. One of the biggest misconceptions of this growing trend involves only older Western men and women, but the reality is far more complex. In Kenya, these tourists include older men from Europe and North America, younger backpackers seeking non-strings freedom, long-stay expats, and increasingly female tourists seeking some bedroom adventures. In coastal towns, it's not uncommon to see middle-aged Western women with such younger local men, often referred to as beach boys. These relationships are often described as romantic or mutual. But when one side controls money, mobility, and opportunity, the imbalance of power cannot be ignored. The people most vulnerable are the unemployed youth, school dropouts, single mothers, orphans, and children from informal settlements. Many enter the industry not because they want to, but because they have no alternatives. The consequences are devastating. High exposure to HIV and other STIs, mental health trauma, alcohol and drug dependency, early school abandonment, and broken family structures. For minors, the impact is catastrophic. Despite strict laws, child sex tourism continues to exist, often hidden by fear, silence, and corruption. This growing trend of tourism doesn't thrive because of culture. It thrives because of inequality. When a tourist can offer school fees, rent, food, or a chance to migrate, that offer becomes life-changing. Experts argue that many of these encounters are less about consent and more about economic cohesion. In a world where opportunity is unevenly distributed, the human body becomes currency. Today, this type of tourism no longer starts on the street, it starts online. Social media, dating apps, and private messaging platforms allow tourists to make contacts before arrival, arrange meetings discreetly to avoid law enforcement. What once happened under hotel lights now happens in inboxes and encrypted chats. Kenya is not a commodity. Its people are not souvenirs. Sex tourism is not just Kenya's problem. It's a global issue fueled by silence and demand. And the real question remains, if paradise is being sold, who is paying the true price? Well, until the next video, stay curious and stay blessed. Shalom, peace.